A while back, I shared in one of my videos that I had a list. A list to be happier and to achieve everything I want, without exception. So even though I have to admit I don't really like making this type of videos, I'm going to share part of it for you guys. I hope you use it well because it's pretty powerful. Before I share it, I want to say that there are a lot of things that you probably know but haven't fully absorbed. So your job is to practice it until your big, brilliant brain truly owns it. By the way, a lot of things I'm gonna share here are obviously based in science. That's why I'm called scientifically. So that's it, let's get started. Number 1, know what you want and why you want it. Two well-known researchers, Desi and Ryan, were really bored at University of Rochester, so they decided to study what drives people forward. And they reached the amazing conclusion that we have 3 core needs: the need for competence, autonomy, and connection. A person needs to feel competent at something, and beyond that, needs to feel a sense of control, a feeling that they're choosing why they do what they do. So you get this, right? It's proven that we work better with goals, but even better with reasons to achieve those goals. So you can make a list of 2 or 3 goals along with a few reasons for each. Don't worry, no one's going to judge you. You're not a weirdo or a nerd for doing it. So it's okay, chill. Number 2, have a plan, and not just any plan. A good plan needs the following characteristics. It's made up of smaller goals, or milestones, and each milestone should be specific, measurable, and something you have control over. A researcher named Rotter discovered an amazing concept called locus of control. This is the extent to which you feel like you control your reality. The more you feel in control, the happier and more intrinsically motivated and more autonomous you feel. Here's an example to make it even clearer. You go into an exam with total confidence, thinking you're gonna cook, and when you actually take the test, you cook. So you feel like you're in control, meaning you have an internal control locus. On the other hand, if you go expecting to cook, but you end up being cooked, you feel like you have no control over the situation. So in that situation, you have an external control locus. So it's essential that your plan consists of specific goals, specific, measurable, and under your control. Don't make it your goal to get a perfect score. Instead, make your goal to know all the material and stay calm during the test. The perfect score will follow naturally. The next thing that a plan should have, or rather that it shouldn't have, is distractions and excuses. A plan should be as simple as possible. Don't wait to have the most perfect, detailed plan in the world, unless what you're about to do carries huge risks, but that's rarely the case. So keep the plan simple, with an internal locus of control, and you'll experience an amazing sense of progress that will make you much happier. Number 3, surround yourself with a winning environment. There is a thing that a guy named Skinner discovered with a rat in a box that is called operant conditioning. Thanks to this, we know that everyone around us influences us subconsciously. Your behaviors, your way of thinking, acting, and pretty much everything you do is shaped largely by the people you surround yourself with, the music you listen to, and the constant inputs you give yourself to your brain. So be careful and fill your brain with things that are worth it and that can help you get where you want to go. And most importantly, cut out anything that brings you down or makes you feel bad. I admit this can be tough, but with practice, you'll get there. Number 4, winning mindset. It's proven, very well proven scientifically, among others by our dear friends Desi and Ryan, that humans constantly reinterpret reality through evaluative processing. This is something that helped us evolve a long time ago. So, I want you to remember this well. You are not what happens to you, you are what you do with what happens to you. Always remember that you're interpreting reality subjectively. And the good news is that knowing this, you can choose how to reinterpret it. At first, you will need to make conscious effort, but once you've internalized it, it will come naturally. So whenever something happens, ask yourself, how can I interpret this in a way that empowers me, makes me happier, and motivates me to keep going and achieve my goal? Number 5, and for me this is the most important, leave the world better than you found it. As I said before, whoever uses this well, and this is just part of the list, will have a lot of power. So it's crucial that you always leave the world better than it was. So please use this for the common good, because the common good is always much more satisfying for you and others. And remember, this is just one part of the list. If this video reaches 10,000 likes, I'll consider making a second part. See you in the next video. I have no followers, but I love you anyway.